Alright, what is up YouTube? Sportsflag98 here. And I put out a video. Let me check my channel quick. Put out a video anyway. That was the NBA mock draft for last season. Thought it went okay. Where is it? Right over here. My NBA 2016 mock draft got 411 views, which doesn't really seem like much, but I have 15 subscribers right now. I'm a pretty inconsistent video producer, I would say. So 411 views was fantastic. I think that was the most views I had gotten. Yes, yeah, it is. The only thing close to that was I got 281 views in my first MLB TTM collection before making a follow-up TTM collection 3 weeks ago. So if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, check them out. I know a decent amount about sports, but I just like to talk to people about them. I'm rhetorically speaking into a camera right now, but that helps when people view my videos, and I put a decent amount of time into them, so I mean I do get a little offended when I put out a video like me doing my MLB All-Star Game ballot and I got 14 views, or my NBA season outlook videos that I just talked about that really don't get any views either, so I decided to stop those. But that's not why we're here today. I wasted a whole 2 minutes on that. People probably already turned off the video, but if you made it through, I'm going to make this video worth your while. So we're doing an NFL mock draft for this upcoming draft. I'm in my New Orleans Saints Reggie Bush jersey. Why do I have a Reggie Bush jersey, you ask? Well, one, I do collect jerseys, and two, I am a huge USC fan. And when I started getting into USC, it was the Reggie Bush and Liner era. So Reggie Bush was my favorite player for a very, very long time. And then he runs for negative yards this year, so what are you going to do? So anyway, this is a mock draft put out on Fox Sports. I'm probably gonna try and do 2 different mock drafts so we can compare them side by side. So let me pull up another NFL mock draft for 2017, and we can go off of each other. So we're gonna use we'll do this one, which is Draft Site. Oh wow, this one has. Oh wow, this one has wow, holy shit! This one has every round by round. So this is gonna help, so we can move into other notables like I did in the NBA video, because I think that worked really well. So fuck it, I may not even use this Fox Sports one. Yeah, we're not going to. All right, fuck it. I'm going off the rails. We're gonna use this Draft Site. So shout out www. I think I put in one too many W's. I can't fucking get into this video. www.draftsite.com. All right. Please don't click off my video. I want to start now. So the first pick in the 2017 NFL Draft belongs to the Cleveland Browns, and they're projected to take Myles Garrett, I think he is, who is a defensive end out of Texas A&M University. I think he's leaving a year or two early, I think, and he's by far the best player in this draft. So I know Cleveland needs a quarterback, but you can't pass up on this guy because he's just too good. I'm gonna call him Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is drawing comparisons to be the next Von Miller. So if you have the opportunity to take the next Von Miller with the first pick in the draft, I know it doesn't entirely address your major need, but it does address a need, and he's going to be a really good player. With the second pick, the San Francisco 49ers are projected to take quarterback Mitch Trubisky out of UNC. He's a 6'3" quarterback with a 225 weight frame. There are no I don't know how I want to word this exactly, but there are no concrete steals of a quarterback in this draft. Um, Trubinsky, Kaiser, Watson, and then there's another guy out of Wyoming, I think. I don't see him on here, but when I do see his name, uh, that's when I will. That's when I'll know. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I've already brought him up. I need to find his name for you guys. Let me pause this video and then I'll come up with his name. All right, so the guy I was thinking of was Josh Allen. He's a quarterback from Wyoming, but he has since elected to stay in college. But he was supposed to be a under-the-radar quarterback that was going to be really good, kind of like a not comparing their play styles or anything because I haven't done a ton of research on Josh Allen, but probably somebody like a Josh Allen. Josh Allen would be somebody like a Josh Allen. Jimmy Garoppolo and Romo playing at like Eastern Illinois. I think they went to. So, like, schools like that you wouldn't expect with, obviously, good quarterbacks. At 3, Chicago would take DeShone Kizer, quarterback Notre Dame. I'm not high on DeShone Kizer, but everybody seems to be on the DeShone Kizer train. So, you know, power to the Chicago Bears. I don't think he's the answer to their quarterbacking issues, but whatever, let them take him. At 4, Jacksonville is projected to take Jonathan Allen, defensive end out of Alabama. I am huge on Jonathan Allen, and I think that if you can get the pass rush in Jacksonville of Jonathan Allen and Dante Fowler, I think his name is, the guy out of Florida, that pass rush is fucking deadly. I cannot stress enough how deadly that pass rush would be for years to come. You wouldn't want your quarterback going up against the Jaguars. At 5, the Tennessee Titans are projected to take Teez Tabor, cornerback out of Florida. He is the number 1 cornerback in this draft class, and he is absolutely outstanding. At 6, the Jets are projected to take Leonard Fournette, running back out of LSU. He is the best running back in this class, according to most mock drafts. I think Dalvin Cook's also pretty damn fucking good, but I just don't see why the Jets would need to take a running back. I've seen that Leonard Fournette is projected to go to the Jets in a few mock drafts. Now, like, this isn't the first one. Like, I'm not blaming this website or anything, but they have Belial Powell, Forte, and you can probably wait another year or two to get a running back. I mean, supposedly Leonard Fournette's a can't-miss prospect, but I just don't think I think there's so many better players that the Jets could take that addressed needs. Triple peppers. At 7, the San Diego Chargers are projected to take wide receiver Mike Williams out of Clemson. Mike Williams is an outstanding wide receiver, and I think that while the San Diego wide receivers, or I can't even call them San Diego anymore, they're Los Angeles. That's what my other video today is going to be on. The Los Angeles Chargers, fucking retarded. The Los Angeles Chargers would take Mike Williams, and while their receiving core is decent, they're not trash, but they're just decent. Mike Williams would be able to fit in there too, especially because Keenan Allen never stays healthy, and I know because I draft him every year in fantasy. At 8, the Carolina Panthers would take running back Dalvin Cook out of Florida State. I think that is an outstanding pick for Carolina, and I think that if Leonard Fournette is there, they should take Leonard Fournette instead of Dalvin Cook, but they need to take one of those two running backs with that 8th pick, irregardless of which one is available. I don't think both of them will be gone by that time. At 9, the Cincinnati Bengals would take Derek Barnett, defensive end out of Tennessee. I think Derek Barnett is an outstanding player and would definitely benefit the Cincinnati Bengals prison defense. Fontes Perfect, and Pac-Man Jones, and all the other scumbags. At 10, the Buffalo Bills would take Solomon Thomas, defensive end out of Stanford. I know a little bit about Solomon Thomas because, like I said earlier in the video, I am a USC fan, and I think he's a decent prospect. Buffalo's just gonna totally revamp their team, and I think this is a pick that they need to get right, and I think Solomon Thomas is a pretty safe pick. At 11, the New Orleans Saints would take Marlon Humphrey, cornerback, Alabama. I can't argue with that. I think that's a pretty good pick. The only thing that I would say is that Alabama cornerbacks aren't the best at being cornerbacks. They're more better at being physical and and big bodies and aggressive and muscular. They're not always so good at coverage, and that's a product of Nick Saban's coaching, and it's just that doesn't always pan out well in the NFL. 12. This is the first time I've seen this in a mock draft, and I absolutely love this call right here by Cleveland to take Jabril Peppers with the 12th pick. Jabril Peppers is a freak of nature, and hell, even if you can put him at quarterback if you need to. You let platoon him and Terrell Pryor, but I don't think that's a bad pick at all. I think that quarterbacks in this class are not going to be that good anyway, so you might as well figure out a different situation for quarterback. And hell, if you have to run RG3 for one more season, then do it. This is a good pick right here by the Arizona Cardinals at 13 to take Reuben Foster, inside linebacker out of Alabama. And then his counterpart, outside linebacker Tim Williams, who I also like, would go to Indianapolis at 14. Corey Davis, not many people know about him. If you don't know about him, definitely Google him. He's a wide receiver out of Western Michigan. He's going to go 15 to Philadelphia, and I think that's a hell of a pick and a hell of a spot for him. Flying under the radar pretty much his whole college career, but he's one hell of an athlete. At 16, the Baltimore Ravens would take inside linebacker Zach Cunningham out of Vanderbilt. I think Baltimore maybe has other needs that could be addressed. Maybe a wide receiver such as John Ross, who's projected to go a few picks later out of Washington, or I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be up in arms if they take him, but I'm not going to be up in arms about it. At 17, the Washington Redskins would take Jamal Adams, safety out of LSU, who I really, really liked, but I do not like him as much as I like who Tennessee is taking at 18. That's Malik Hooker, the safety out of Ohio State. I think both of them are very good players, but I think Malik Hooker will probably translate better to the NFL. At 19, Tampa Bay, like I said, would take John Ross, wide receiver out of Washington. I think he's a phenomenal wide receiver. I watched him play against USC, and he's a good athlete, really good athlete, going to be a good wide receiver. At 20, the Denver Broncos would take Malik McDowell, defensive tackle out of Michigan State. Big boy, big fan of him too. At 21, the Detroit Lions would take Sidney Jones, cornerback out of Washington. He did a decent job when when I watched him play this season, which was only a few games, when he played the Trojans or the Alabama game. And this pick is awesome for the Houston Texans. They're going to take offensive tackle Cam Robinson out of Alabama. He's a absolutely phenomenal tackle, and I think that if any team may need a tackle, such as Seattle, who's projected to take Mike McGlinchey, who's a big boy out of Notre Dame. But Cam Robinson is a better talent, and that is only 3 picks before Seattle would go. I could see Seattle potentially trading up, maybe swapping with Denver or Detroit or something like that. At 23, Miami's going to take David Njoku, tight end out of Miami. Good pick. I also like the tight end out of Alabama. His name escapes me right now, but I will know it when I see it. O.J. Howard, projected to go 35 to Jacksonville. At 24, Green Bay's projected to take Taco Charlton out of Michigan, defensive end. I think he's a pretty good player. I already told you who Seattle's taking. At 26, Atlanta's projected to take defensive end Dewan Smoot, who I actually do think is a really good player. 27, the Giants take DeMarcus Walker, defensive end. I don't think that's a need, but I think I'd rather see him take maybe Christian McCaffrey, who's projected to go 31 to New England. Oh my God, voice crack. So that's fine. 28, Charles Harris, defensive end, Missouri to Pittsburgh. And 29, Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson, please don't leave USC. Stay one more year. I don't want to see you playing in Oakland yet. Adoree Jackson, a fucking phenomenal athlete. Should have been in Heisman consideration. Wasn't, and it pisses me off. At 30, Kansas City is projected to take Dan Feeney, offensive guard out of Indiana. And I already told you who the Pats are going to take. And Dallas is projected to take Carl Lawson, defensive end out of Auburn. People of note, I'm just going to scan through this quick. Deshaun Watson projected to go 33 to Cleveland. So then now, Now this draft class has become amazing. They now have Myles Garrett, Jabril Peppers, and Deshaun Watson. 3 big names, big-time players. Bucky Hodges going to San Francisco at 34. O.J. Howard going 35 to Jacksonville. Juju Smith-Schuster going 37 to the Los Angeles Rams. Taquan Lewis going 38 to the San Diego Chargers. Let me see. Donta Foreman, running back, Texas, going 46 to the Minnesota Vikings, because I do think Adrian Peterson is out in the offseason. Julian Davenport, offensive tackle, going to Indianapolis at 48. D.D. Westbrook, wide receiver, Oklahoma, going to Cleveland at 52. And I just noticed I skipped Curtis Samuel, wide receiver, Ohio State, going to Denver at 51. D.D. Westbrook, I'm going to take a quick pause to just tell you about D.D. Westbrook. He's a really phenomenal player. And this Cleveland draft class, if this is actually how their draft class pans out, whoever is in charge of this Cleveland organization deserves a gold star for once in their life if they can get Myles Garrett, Jabril Peppers, Deshaun Watson, and D.D. Westbrook. That is one hell of a draft class, and that's only their first 4 picks. Devonta Fields, defensive end, Louisville, going to Oakland at 61. Let me see. Budda Baker, cornerback, Washington, going to Buffalo at 75. Pat Mahomes, quarterback, Texas, going to Houston at 86. Pat Mahomes can throw the hell out of the football. And if Houston may need a quarterback, Pat Mahomes, I'm really high on Pat Mahomes. I think that's a really good pick. I didn't know he was going to be in the draft, but I like that pick for Houston. Keep him local. Donnell Pumphrey, running back, San Diego State, going to the Redskins at 103. I actually do like that pick. I think Donnell Pumphrey may go higher than 103, but if he can fall to 103, I think that's a good pick there for the Redskins. They do need a running back. Demarius Stringfellow, wide receiver, Mississippi, projected to go to Denver at 116. We're in round 5 now, so you might be running out of guys that we know. Josh Caraway, outside linebacker, TCU, going to Jacksonville at 132. Eddie Jackson, safety, Alabama, going to Washington at 138. You can definitely get talent in the 6th and 7th round, Tom Brady. But I'm not seeing anybody that I'm aware of, and I know a decent amount about college football. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video, as I don't see anybody else that I'm interested in. I know this is going to be a long-ass video, but the NFL is a 7-round draft, so you got to forgive me, and I know I wasted a ton of time at the start of the video, but make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of this mock draft and who you think your favorite team may take. So peace out. Thanks for watching.